Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Friday, and that means it's time for Friday Night Smackdown. It looks like we're starting it off with Cody Rhodes on this show, which means it's WrestleMania season. So, are we going to see the Tribal Chief come out? I think he is here. I think he is scheduled to be on. Anybody who've been watching the NCAA tournament? Anybody pick Princeton over Arizona? Some good stuff going on. I don't know, was there any upsets today? I'll have to get a chat thing. Keep chatting. She'll be here in a second. I have no idea what she's actually doing. We could talk about WrestleMania, Cody says. Which, of course, we want to talk about because that's all there is coming up. Just a few more weeks. So there's 3 left, and this is one of them. So there'll be 2 left after tonight of SmackDowns before WrestleMania. And I don't know what this is with everybody loving each other. You're seeing it with Bianca and Asuka. Now you're seeing it with Cody and Roman. We don't want a love fest, guys. We want some good old-fashioned wrestling. Anyways, he is looking forward to beating Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Just not sure that's going to happen. You know, if you would have asked me right before the Rumble, I would have said yes. But the closer we get to Mania, the more I'm starting to think, maybe. All right. They're going to bring Kevin Owens out. That's interesting. All right, Kevin, come on out. Show us what you're made out of. Here he comes. The pride of Canada. Is he the greatest athlete to ever come out of Canada, or is that Wayne Gretzky? Maybe it's Chris Jericho. I don't know. Kevin lost in a street fight to the Uso Penitentiary. All right, Kevin's got a mic. What's he going to say here? He's like, I didn't want any help, and I got beat by 3 guys. Durr. We're not too smart up north. It's because of the cold weather. There's no vitamin D. I think that's what he's going to say. Uh-oh. He's going to pull out Sammy. He's going to be the middleman. They need to get Cody out of this story ASAP, like yesterday. Kevin's like, look, dude, I came out here to talk to you. And now look at this. You got a neck beard coming down to the ring. Nobody wants a neck beard. Good stuff. Looks like some of the crowd is chanting for Sammy, as they should. It's WrestleMania season. Many chances you can get them in, guys. It's all about respect and glove. So, basically, Cody's playing middleman here. Yeah, it's kind of goofy. That's not a green shirt. Why didn't you wear the green shirt? You mean I got that out?
It's turquoise, not green.
It's green enough that people would go, oh, that's green.
No. It's not green enough. Not green enough. Alright, sorry guys. I had to do a errand after work, so it took me a minute to get here.
Ooh, they're going to have a conversation. The conversation. Is this about the birds and the bees? I'm going to talk about what happens, how you get a woman pregnant.
That's not what it's going to be about.
I think he said the conversation.
Ooh, that conversation.
Is there another conversation I don't know about? That's the conversation?
Maybe. I don't know. Is there?
Maybe political views.
Yeah. Religion. Ew.
Or religion.
Nobody wants to talk about that crap. I'm joking. Throughout the years. We got Sophie in the chat, Walter in the chat. We got Robert Warney with us tonight. Hey, everybody.
Woo!
Let me tie it straight here. There we go. Let's see. Robert Warney. Ravi is with us tonight. Hey, Ravi. Hey, Walter. Hey, Sophie. Hey, Robert. We also have Piccola and Daz with us. Hey, you two. How's it going? Hopefully you get...
Michael Jordan.
He's not even close.
Let it rain.
That guy is dead.
Rain dance.
Oh, cat. Wait, the cat. Oh, cat.
Does what he wants. You probably should know that because he's kind of a dick.
Which one? Oh, him? Oh,
Yeah.
He's always a dick. Hey, Dick, what are you doing? Okay, bye.
Get him, Kevin. This is all about you, Cody. You made it all about you. It doesn't matter.
Let's see. Walter had said Happy St. Patrick's Day. Walter said, hey, what's up? Travis and Daphne. Robert says, hey, what's up? Robbie says, tally ho! How are we doing on this fine night?
Great.
He brought out his English tonight. Sophie says, happy March Madness week as well, if you watch that.
Yeah, it's been going pretty good. I didn't see any huge upsets today. Was there any big upsets so far today? I know there was some close games, but the winners came out ahead. Like they always do. Usually the winners score more points than the losers do. They come out ahead.
Pretty normal. Normal stuff. Sophie says, sounds like that Pat might not be coming back to commentary because Wade Barrett said his position on SmackDown is permanent.
Good.
Oh.
I'm okay with that.
That's fine, I guess.
We don't want part-timers, right? Isn't that what people said about Brock all those years?
Yeah.
They don't like those part-timers. We don't want to be hypocrites.
Walter says Cody Rhodes on SmackDown. Yeah, he's there. Sophie said I only watch March Madness because my mom's favorite college basketball team is playing UConn. And other than that, I don't watch that much college basketball.
UConn, they won today, I believe.
Sophie says, how is everyone liking playing WWE 2K23 so far?
I haven't played it yet.
Robert
I haven't
says,
turned it on yet.
Right.
Downloaded it. It's on there. It's taking up space. Yeah, no friends. No friends.
Friends are stupid. Just kidding. Right? Robert says, oh, okay, Sophie, I get it.
Why would I want to fight for somebody who doesn't want to be my friend? If they really wanted to make this bloodline thing go to the next level,
right?
What they would do is get these two together. See how Kevin's very apprehensive? Eventually they will. They'll get together, right?
Yeah.
Sammy turns on him.
And then is with the bloodline again?
Immediately, and cost Cody the world title.
And it's all about just, he was like playing a farce the whole time.
Yeah, to set up
Ooh.
I mean, that would take it to the next level.
Ah, that'd be crazy.
Instead of having them lose all their belts at WrestleMania, they leave with all their belts.
Interesting.
And then Cody has a feud with Sammy moving forward.
Right. Okay. So that thing I sent you about on TikTok, her video thing. Mommy. So you don't know what that's from, right?
Well, I do. I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Have you seen that episode?
I don't think I've seen this episode, but I've seen...
Yeah, it's Family Guy. It's Stewie.
I've seen the
and he's
highlights
obsessed
of it.
with his mom all of a sudden, when he's never liked her, ever. And then all of a sudden, he's obsessed with her. And so, I thought it was kind of funny. Harley's in the chat and says, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. So says Mandy is doing her Cena impression again because we can't see her. Not that many upsets today in March Madness. Pickle says, what's up, all you neckbeard twats?
Yeah,
these Canadians, they aren't so smart. Das says, big up. Do you think Roman will be on tonight?
I'm trying to remember if he was advertised to be. I haven't seen anything with the Bloodline. Usually what they do with the Bloodline's ready and raring to go is they show them drive up.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That, and they started it out with Cody.
True. So it says this is how Kevin and Sammy get back together. Doesn't look like it, right? So he says, yay, finally Dia's here. That was about 5 minutes ago. Walter says, good green, guys. Pickle's like, kiss and make up. Walter's like, Sammy and Kevin shake hands. Pickle's like, heard it all before. They just are grumpy old neckbeard twats. And Robbie says, hello, hi, how the day been treating you? Hello, hi, the day was long. Like, the first part of the day went by really fast, and then, like, 2 o'clock happened, and then it just slowed down, like, really bad. And it was like, ugh.
Did you eat slow food?
No.
That made you slow down?
No.
Hamburger? I'll do it to me.
Nope. I didn't have that until lunch. And it was slow before then, so. And it had nothing. I didn't eat that much at lunch.
Were you clock watching?
No, I really wasn't. Like, I wasn't looking at the clock or anything.
Was it like a Daniel Bryan match?
No. Well, maybe. Like, you feel like hundreds of hours have gone by, but only 2 minutes went by.
Right. Would you rather have had your afternoon or watch a Daniel Bryan match?
My afternoon. any day of the week.
Boom. For an hour?
For any hours. It doesn't matter how long it
well,
ever.
15-minute Daniel Bryan
for my whole entire life.
Bad,
Robert says it's going good. Harley says happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody. Robbie says Sammy taketh the smacketh tonight. Vin says happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Welcome to the chat tonight, Vindicator. How are you? And he gave us a clover. He says, so how are y'all holding up through this nauseating promo segment?
We made it.
Well, we survived, and I didn't slip my wrist, so it's all good.
Dominik and
oh, look,
Rhea
I get to see myself up there, too.
I know. I was going to tell you to turn it around when you came in, but you didn't have a green shirt on, and so it distracted me.
Robbie's like, well, at least I had a shirt on.
That would have distracted everybody.
Robbie says, message retracted. Oh, Mushmallow in the chat. Hey,
Hello.
Mushmallow, how's it going? Says MJF will return at WrestleMania. Yeah, you think he's just going to give up on AEW and just come right over to WWE with the belt and all?
Will he bring his belt with him?
Sophie says, I feel like something is going to change Kevin Owens' mind. It's going to be a corn, isn't it? On his foot. A corn.
He'll start walking in circles.
Robbie says, is there any good bouts partaking in this show tonight? Bouts?
No, I think there's something with Sheamus.
They have stuff like that? It's ridiculous.
I'm assuming they're still building towards that Sheamus thing.
Maybe.
Anyways, that's that.
Cool beans.
Yeah. Oh.
He's driving a green Charger.
Yeah, he is.
That's funny.
Is it a rental? You're wrong.
We are friends. We'll always be friends.
We're comrades.
Oh my God.
Well, that means walk away.
Walk away, Kevin.
You don't say that and then stand there.
Yeah, you do. Like a weirdo.
He has like 0 people skills.
Which one? Kevin?
Redhead.
Oh, Sammy? He's a moron. He's a Canadian transplant from Siberia. What do you expect? Or Syrian or wherever
Siberia. He's from Siberia, right?
He might as well be a Russian.
Yeah, that's right. That might be our main event tonight, but we have the Sheamus and Drew McIntyre match, and the winner wrestles Gunther at WrestleMania.
Oh.
Which they're both going to wrestle him, so I don't see it.
That's weird.
Oh, and then Jey Uso to be confronted by Sami Zayn. That's on the
That's
card.
stuff that's happening tonight. So exciting.
And Cody Rhodes, which we've already seen. So.
Yeah. Rally is in the chat. Hey, Rally.
Hey, this is mixed tag team. Is it going to be Zelina Vega and what's his name? Come on, hurry. Santos Escobar?
Maybe. I don't know who it is. Anyways, Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally, good to see you tonight. It says glad Zelina Vega getting a match for a change. She's good in the ring. Does a great code red. Unfortunately, it's versus Rhea Ripley. Oh, dear. Sorry, Zelina. There's your answer.
Yeah, I don't know who the guy is, though, still.
Sophie says Roman was advertised last week, but he didn't end up showing up. Maybe he broke his foot. Sophie says last time I watched Family Guy was like the Simpsons and Family Guy crossover episode. Oh, Mushmallow says Roman Reigns will do face-to-face with Cody Rhodes tonight. Yeah, is that happening? Ravi says D. Loki has a hard drive full of Bryan matches.
She listens to him on audiobook.
You know why? It's because Ravi recommended them. He's like, here you go. I recommend this garbage too. Oh, wait. I mean, he didn't say it was garbage because he's such a huge fan. And it was like, ugh, God. And so it infiltrated my stuff. And now everything I have and own has a fucking virus on it thanks to him. Thanks a lot, Ravi.
Ravi's simpering towards...
He's a Bryan simp. He loves Bryan Danielson. He simps.
It's called
He
simpering.
simps for him.
Yeah, it is. It's Santos Escobar.
Rally's like speedy recovery. Eddie Kingston. He ill. Pandemic. My comment got deleted. Oh, he got the unicorn sprinkles. You couldn't say the corona. The fake shit that they put out there.
Why would they...
Oh my God.
ban
I was
that
trying to
word?
tell you. Before.
Is it something that's appropriate for our channel?
Yes, I was trying to tell you before I left about the mask thing this morning or this afternoon. I can't remember what it was. So, literally, they are telling people in states to make sure that people take off their mask when they come into their facility because of criminals. And what the fuck did I tell you when they started that shit? I told you that shit was going to happen. I said, that shit's going to happen. They're not going to be able to have people come in and they're going to be like, I'm going to rob this place because I have a fucking mask on and they won't be able to tell who the fuck I am. So they have hoodies on and their fucking masks on. And it's like, you dumb bastards. You just made it just an open door policy for fucking criminals to come in and steal shit. Good job.
They don't allow men to wrestle women. Why are they even playing at it?
Oh, that's funny. Oh, you know, they're going to do some weird move on them somewhere.
Yeah, just watch.
The women will do it on the men and that's it. They'll be
Santos drags her over to the corner.
oh, nice.
Not like a caveman.
Well, you should.
He dragged
Well,
her
she
over.
just kicked him, and so he's just like, come on, honey. And he's like, here, tag. He's not really fighting her.
I didn't say fighting.
Basically, he's just holding on to her foot. He's
He
not doing anything.
He
to herself.
manhandled her with abuse.
He manhandled her toe? Not
Yeah.
surprising.
with abuse. It's very, very, very masculine to do to a woman like that.
Let's see. Oh, Raleigh said speedy recovery for Eddie Kingston. And Sophie says, did you hear about Pete Dunne? Might be going back to his NXT name on the main roster by the end of the year.
Not worried about it either way.
Because
I did see that Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, whatever, is in NXT. I don't know if it's permanent, but that would be a plus. That would get him off the main roster. But he's been there for a couple weeks now, so...
doing stuff.
That would be the step in the right direction for him.
Yeah.
And maybe they could take that girl with him, his wife.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
I can't remember her name.
Candice LeRae.
Yeah, Candice.
Sophie says Kofi Kingston got foot surgery today.
Oh.
Did you know that?
That means they're probably not going to have any matches at WrestleMania, obviously.
Yep, and that means that Kofi's out for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe a year, depending on what kind of foot surgery he had. And it might be his last run. Who knows? He might never, ever be a champion ever again.
Guess he could have had it ripped off in an ATV accident.
I did see that on Psych. That was quite weird and interesting. Vindicator says Pete and his feminine physique have already been forgotten about. Nobody will care about a name change anymore. Robbie's like, D is a good friend.
You know, they could have him...
talking about, weirdo?
They could take him to another level, but they got to change his outfit. And I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that.
Oh, my God. He is so...
It would be like a woman wrestler coming out in a muumuu. Right? Like it's not going to go up. So say you put Dewdrop in a muumuu. It would work for a while, right? It would be like, oh, that's funny.
Can her hair be in curlers
Yeah.
and she, like, takes a frying pan to people?
Yeah, she'd look like the girl off of Mr. Deeds.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that big broad. She's
Yeah.
also in 2.5 Men. I believe it's the same woman. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
But
about.
anyways,
She was, yeah, she's the lady that works at the pizza place. Yeah, and that's, that's the housekeeper on 2.5 Men.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, play that type of a character, you know, call people bitches and be a weird older lady kind of a act. It would work, but it wouldn't be forever type thing. They wouldn't take her, she wouldn't be world champion for a year.
Right.
Is what I'm getting at. Dunn, if he went back to just wearing slacks, even if they were a little high watery,
Yeah.
with suspenders and a wife beater, you know, so it's the same thing. It's
Right.
just pants and a wife beater, but it would still have suspenders, which he's got straps.
He looked
Wife
better.
beater, and then that cap that he had on, it would just work.
Yeah, it did work, though. And then fucking Triple H came back and he's like, yeah, you can just do whatever you want. And then he started putting on his stupid onesie shit again.
Put on a Speedo or whatever, and now he's like and it just doesn't look good. It's not flattering, even though he does have a nice physique for
Feminine physique.
Yeah, femininity.
Yeah,
Alright,
I don't
anyways,
think
we got
it
a
works
match
for him,
going
but
on. We got
whatever.
Dominik in there with Santos Escobar. Santos fought his way up to the main roster. Everybody was super excited about it, and he's lost twice.
Pickles like had a
Dominik Mysterio.
local commercial promoting some con involving Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. What? They were promoting a con involving Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Like how so that's a weird random thing. Robbie's like, I like Sammy, don't diss my guy. Hey, look. Sammy used to be funny until he became dumb.
This, whatever he's doing now.
Whatever
it's
this, don't
not-
like. I liked him when he wore his, what's his face? Fidel Castro outfits, and he thought everybody was against him, and it was all a conspiracy, and he had his team follow him around. That Sammy was fucking hilarious. I like that Sammy, and he was just funny. But this whole, and then when he first kind of started with the Bloodline, it was funny, but now he's just fucking lame.
No, and obviously the Bloodline made him famous, made him popular. Not famous.
Yeah, but not popular enough to, hold over for a lot of stuff.
Right, because it's not him, it's the Bloodline. That's what I'm trying to
that
say.
he played off of.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the Bloodline that's great, not him.
Yeah.
And so, since he's involved with the Bloodline, it works. The second that he's not involved with the Bloodline is where they have to worry. And that's why I was saying what he needs to do is get Kevin to team with him and then turn on him. And cost Cody. If
Yeah.
he can cost Cody the title, that lets Roman get to 1,000 days plus. And it starts a feud with Sammy and Cody, which makes more sense. And it keeps him more relevant.
Yeah.
If you want to keep Sammy relevant.
Picola says Sammy is a Siberian sled dog. Yes. Sophie says I could see Pat come back every now and again. Rally says loving the outfits. Steve and Travis, good stuff. Just noticed I've not been looking at screen you in the background. Yay. We're here. Sophie says WWE might be heading into another batch of budget cuts after Mania. Pico says, yeah, Zelina hopes she won't get destroyed.
Well, she just got tossed out on her Ish.
Ooh, Marshmallow message retracted. Rally says, Travis, it's Zelina Santos Escobar versus Rhea and Dom Mysterio.
Yeah, it is.
Vindicator says, so we go from a promo that amounted to nothing to a worthless mixed tag that serves no purpose but to give Rhea another easy win she doesn't need.
Yeah, but you also get distracted by the beauty that is Zelina Vega.
Sure. P. Cola says,
what she is wearing is very distracting.
LOL, Bryanson posters are on Ravi's ceiling. Exactly. P. Cola, you got it. You found out. Ooh. Sophie's like, are they setting up an 8-woman tag team match for a future pay-per-view? Fuck if I know what they're doing. Vindicator says, I'm supposed to believe she is beating Spawn after wrestling nothing but cupcakes. It's just as bad as Bianca's recent matches. Sophie says, that's why I hate the mask, because you can't tell who is a criminal and who isn't. Oh, Marshmallow says, after WrestleMania, Jon Moxley returned at Raw, and he will challenge Roman Reigns at the Hell in a Cell. Yeah, he's going to go after his old stuff. You really have some good futuristic weird stuff happening, you think. I don't know if Moxley would ever come back to WWE there, Marshmallow, but I mean, it's a good fantasy thing.
I love the booking.
Raleigh says, quick question to you, Travis. Who you think winning Rhea versus Charlotte Mania? Well,
Charlotte should win, but Rhea will probably come out ahead. And the reason I'm saying that is because you're seeing them have to tone back Charlotte.
Yeah.
To make Rhea look better.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that.
Charlotte has to build Rhea instead of just coming at her.
Yeah.
Which would have been better.
Yep.
But Rhea can't play with Charlotte.
Nope.
And we know that, right? On the mic. I'm not saying in the ring. I'm just saying on the mic. And so they don't want to embarrass her. That's why I think it's Charlotte's going to lose. Because she's building Rhea.
Sophie says, we also getting Drew versus Sheamus winner gets Gunter at Mania. Vindicator says, Lena does one moonsault a year and she is so proud of herself. Garbage. Why is Rhea not wrestling Ronda to get a proper, believable build-up for Mania? Like, Ronda has no existence all of a sudden.
I think she's fake hurt.
Sophie says, I'm in an 8-person mixed tag team match. I have no idea, Sophie. Sophie says, Big E might be showing up at Mania. I guess. Not to wrestle, I wouldn't think, but Ravi says, what does the Bloodline offer tonight? A good talking to.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're going to get confronted. Sammy's going to confront Jay.
Rally.
That's all we know so far. But obviously, I'm thinking that's the main event then.
Oh, yeah, probably. Raleigh says Johnny Gargano got a Match Mania weekend stand and deliver versus Grayson Waller. It's Saturday, first day of Mania.
Yeah, it's not on the WrestleMania card though, right? It's at the stand and deliver.
It's the stand and deliver. Yeah, it's not at WrestleMania. Rory says shout out to Batista not making Hall of Fame this year. Okay, so technically Batista is supposed to be in the Hall of Fame, right? But he just hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame because he passed on it during the pandemic because there wasn't going to be an audience. And then he passed on it the next year because the Undertaker was going in and he didn't want to be overshone by the Undertaker, right? And now it's Rey Mysterio. So you know that Batista is going to put it off until he's like the main dude that they're talking about because that's what Batista is like. He's a big fat crybaby. If you guys don't remember.
My big thing with him is, should he be?
I don't think he should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. Get rid of him.
Hall of Fame's fine. But should he be the headliner?
No, he shouldn't be the headliner of any Hall of Fame.
Because he didn't really do anything great. He was good, but he wasn't great. Like, when you see him, he didn't transcend the sport.
He was a big crybaby. That definitely helped him out.
Quit with that stuff?
He was!
Have a conversation.
The last time I saw him, that's what he did.
Right.
And it was sad.
Anyways, what I'm trying to say is The Undertaker did something, and if you go back through history, all the guys that went on last, they did something. And all he did is left, went and did some movies, came back, tried to do a comeback, got mad because the crowd was booing him, and he was flipping them off. And he did. He had a fit.
He had a little child tantrum.
And he left again.
And he hasn't shown his face since. So it says, poor Xavier Woods, both his partners are out, so he has to go for a singles run for a while until Kofi comes back. He can't do singles. Xavier Woods is a terrible singles wrestler.
I'm just hoping that maybe he's one of the guys that gets released.
That'd be
When
fine.
they do their cuts. Unless they believe that Kofi and Kofi and Xavier are going to come back and carry that team again. Because he's not. There's a reason all three of those guys were going to get cut.
Yeah.
Woods came up with a brilliant idea, and it worked. It was a home run. 10 years ago, he said, hey, let's do this and see if it works. Vince gave him the slack and said, okay, we'll see if it works. And it did. It took off. It was wildfire. I love it. I have shirts downstairs. Love the New Day. Big E.
Yes.
Don't like the New Day without Big E. When they got rid of Big E a few years back, when they let him go solo for a while, it tarnished that. Then they put him back in there, and immediately he got injured. Yep. Which is terrible, and that's the way it is. But Big E is the New Day with Kofi.
Oh, definitely. And he did their entrance, for God's sakes.
The comic relief is Woods.
Yeah.
You know?
Kinda.
With Francesca or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he is better, the better mouthpiece.
Right.
Right? Like, he needs to be there, but he's more of a manager. You don't put your manager with one of your stars and then hope it's a good tag team.
Piccolo says 2.5 Men was never funny to me. Rowley says also Dunhausen injured out for ages. Torn pec like Cody Rhodes. Wrestling Observer Meltzer said a lot of injuries at the moment. Yeah, we saw him in a sling when he came out with what's his face. Sophie says Vince, when he was in charge, he wanted to break up the New Day plenty of times over the years. We just talked about that. Vindicator says amazing how Santos went from top IC title contender to wasted as fodder for Dominik of all people.
Isn't that ridiculous?
True. It's totally true because he's so much better than that, and they totally fuck him over. And it's like, well, it's fine because, you know, they're both of the same ethnicity, so we'll just do that. It's fine. Like, fucking retarded. Anyways, Sophie says they dropped that Sami Zayn character with the conspiracy stuff after that Johnny Knoxville feud. Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says, what time is it? Kind of lady time. Walter's like, Vega team for the win. They didn't. Chris says, finally, Hell in a Cell at Mania. Haven't seen one since Taker versus H at Mania because they would have Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. But since they are getting rid of Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, they are saving for special events.
So you think we're going to get one?
So they said, finally, Hell in a Cell at Mania. Haven't seen one since.
Ray and Dom? Is that why they're...
I don't know, maybe. They didn't say it. Rally says, I think Ronda having a Mania match with Shayna tag team then. And Sophie says, that opening promo didn't amount to nothing. I could see it leading into something major. Walter says, AEW Rampage will be late after NCAA tournament. Yep, it'll be late. Vindicator says, I'm really hoping Drew and Sheamus will be a solid main event because nothing else tonight is promising unless I see Liv, of course, LOL. Zayn is another Uso. Been there, done that. Zayn versus another Uso. Been there, done that. Walter's like, boo, Dominik and Rhea won.
It's not a match. It's a confrontation.
Film says it's armpit time. Robbie says Rhea bodied that bozo tonight. Or Chris says LA Knight needs Mania match. Sophie says if Rhea wins, what does that mean for Judgment Day? Walter says Rey Mysterio coming now. Sophie says Big E won't wrestle at Mania, just a cameo. Robbie says what does Dee's boy condom offer? Vindicator says okay, 20-minute break. Not sticking around for the same old bratty daddy issues speech from Rom Dom. Chris says, I think Batista said before he didn't too. Sophie says China isn't getting inducted this year. Piccolo says it's a booking situation, just like Dwayne. Batista is going to be filming in another country. And Piccolo's like, oh, we go. Sophie says the Hall of Fame is only going to have 5 people in it. Chris says Batista only carried SmackDown for 2 years and SmackDown in 6 and 7. Walter says, Ray and Dominik, please fight. Harley says the only way I can see Batista thrown to Hall of Fame is if he goes in with Triple H, Ric Flair, and Randy Orton as Evolution. Ayla's
that would be weird.
Ayla's in the chat and says, fun look, guys. Thanks, Ayla. And Piccolo says, it's about the entire career as a world champion and his alignment with Evolution. Batista was not always a crybaby. Sure, I see why you guys don't get it.
So my thing with what you're saying is, do you think he should be a 2-time Hall of Famer? Like, I get it, but I think Evolution will be in the Hall of Fame one day when Randy goes. Because Randy's that guy that I was just talking about. He's a guy that is a main dude.
Right.
So he's going to go twice, and he should be a 2-time Hall of Famer. But should Batista go as a singles wrestler and in Evolution? And what's that going to make Rick? Rick's going to be like an umpteen-time Hall of Famer? Because he's in that too, Ric Flair.
Right.
It's like, holy crap. Smack him, Dom!
Yeah, hit him in the face. And rip off his mask and rip it up to shreds. Sophie says, we know The Rock is going to be the headliner of whatever year of Hall of Fame he is going to be in. Walter says, hey, Ayla. Ayla says, hi, Walter. Robbie says, do you sad the New Day are not really a thing? No, I'm not sad at all. Pablo Ramos is in the chat. Hey, Pablo says, hello, it's my birthday today. Turned 44 today. Happy birthday, Pablo. Thanks for being in our chat. Happy birthday! Walter says, okay, at 9:15 I'm going. I'll be here Monday for 8 p.m. for Raw. Still in chat. Ravi says, Ayla, what's the haps? Piccolo says he was a headliner and a main eventer back on SmackDown when it was Cena on Raw in the mid-2000s. Yeah, somebody said, Chris said he was carried SmackDown for 2 years in 06 and 07. I don't really think that 2 years of carrying something is really like a career, like a changing people's lives career.
There's guys in the Hall of Fame that did nothing.
Well, I get that. That's why I'm saying, like, and I'm not saying it's not that he's not going in the Hall of Fame. He had his chance to be inducted. He's just put it off, and that's fine.
I'm just saying he doesn't need to be the main guy. Like,
right.
He could just go on second, third, fourth, whatever.
Yeah, but he wants to be, and they're going to do it, and that's why they put it off, and it's fine. Sophie says, so maybe Batista will be the headliner for 2025 of the Hall of Fame. Right. Ayla says, not much, just got home from work. Piccolo says, yo, Ayla, what up? Robbie says, cool, more salmon, Ayla, LOL. Ayla's like, I broke a dozen eggs today, and I'm not excited about it.
That's like $100.
Yeah. Walter's like, now Ray talk, then fight. Piccolo's like, to make an omelet, sometimes you have to break some eggs.
Did you throw them at cars?
Robbie says, Ayla, oh dear, how? Ayla's like, yep, salmon. Pico's like, well, would you know a face-off? Rhea, stand down, LOL. Ayla says, ha ha ha, trying to unlock my front door and the bag broke so the eggs broke. Oh, damn it. Walter says, poor Ayla, broke eggs. Was it, what did she say? It was just a dozen? At least it was only a dozen eggs. Could have been way worse. You could have went to Costco and then your whole 5 dozen fell out. Walter says, poor Ayla, broke eggs. Robbie's like, this segment is awful. I was like, wow, Ayla, go on. Piccolo says, well, that's no bueno. Ayla says, wouldn't be a big deal if they were cheap. I mean, they were free, but same. Sophie says, I could see Triple H be a 3-time Hall of Famer. Piccolo says, I'd go back to the store and let him know they were broken before you got home. But we checked the eggs before.
Yeah, I mean...
But she got it for
H
free,
is definitely a 3-time, because he's going as a single. He'll go in... He's already went in DX, and then...
As
obviously,
a single, and then as, what, a tag teamer?
Evolution.
Or oh, the Evolution thing. All right, it says D is the H Hall of Fame worth it for the rings now. Philip says, hello,
Whoa.
Piccolo. What up, friend? Big hug, big heart.
Ray just put his hands on him.
Oh, Mushmallow says, Seth Rollins will beat Logan Paul with stomp and super kick. Ooh. Film loves his Rhea, and Piccolo says, yeah, most of Hogan's rock and wrestling buddies were inducted. I mean, does Hillbilly Jim and Nikola Volkov really Hall of Fame wrestlers? Nikita? Oh. Nikolai
Volkov.
Sorry, Nikolai Volkov. I just said it wrong. But were they the main guys for that Hall of Fame? Like, when they were inducted, were they like the main guys that headlined the whole thing? That's what Travis is saying, is Batista really a headliner for Hall of Fame? Now, granted, he probably thinks he does, because that's what he thinks that his worth is. Right? But most people would think that that's their worth. And it's not that he's not going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Brutus Beefcake knows he's the number 1 guy.
Right?
He wasn't, and just like Batista, he wasn't the number 1 guy when he was wrestling.
Like, I mean, I know he helped the company and held it up for 2 years on one show, but that's 2 years out of a career of 20 years. That's not really saying a lot.
There was a lot of talent at that time, though.
Well, then why didn't he stick out? I don't care if there's a lot of talent. Why wasn't he the guy that stuck out? Why wasn't he the guy that was pushed? Why didn't he headline all of those SmackDowns for 10 years if he was so great? Well, no, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, they're trying to say he's so great and he should headline the Hall of Fame. Okay?
Who's they?
Well, I mean, like, Piccolo is trying to like argue that he should headline it. Why shouldn't he headline Hall of Fame? Why shouldn't he headline the Hall of Fame? And I'm going with, well, what did he do in order to headline it? And he says, well, he, in the 2000s, he carried the company. He carried it on SmackDown in the mid-2000s. One person said 06 and 07. I don't know how many years. I wasn't watching then. I have no idea. But if it was only 2 years out of, like I said, a 20-year career, let's say, with WWE, WCW, WWF, whatever the fuck he did, and that, does that really make a difference? 2 years out of 20. Does that really make enough of a difference that they should be a headliner for their Hall of Fame? Not that the Hall of Fame shit is that glorious anyways, but I mean that he should make a big stink that he's that. Rod. Vindicator, there's Liv. If you're interested. It's Liv. She's out there. But I mean, that's what I'm just going at. So I'm taking what you're saying and saying, oh, well, what did he do?
To kneel and knock?
And asking that question. So what did he do besides, he did some stuff in the 2000s.
Don't call her to kneel. It's Emma.
Emma. Yeah, she's back to Emma because she's in WWE. So, I mean, that's just a question. I'm not saying that if he wants to headline it, I don't give a shit. I personally don't care. I'm still going to call him a crybaby. And the fact that he wants to headline it and won't do anything other than headline is him saying that his worth, he feels like he's worth more than what he might or might not be. Which is fine. I mean, everybody has an ego. That's just how it is, right? And whether or not it's because he's busy and it's a booking thing or whatever, he had his chance and he said no. He could have headlined Hall of Fame. He was the headliner for Hall of Fame. And he said no. And the reason behind why he said no is because there wasn't going to be a crowd. There wasn't going to be a crowd. He wasn't going to do it. So there you go. And that was just a few years ago. So, I don't know. I'm sure that most of the time he's not a crybaby, but the time that I got to see him, he was a crybaby. Because the only thing I have of him is when he did that.
Right, when he came back and got booed and... whatnot.
Which was, weird. But... Sophie says, wow, Rey versus Dom finally happening at Mania. I thought they would save that announcement until Hall of Fame night. Pickle says, nah. Sophie says, Randy Orton could be a 4-time Hall of Famer since he was part of some famous tag teams. Thomas is in the chat. Hey, Thomas, good to see you tonight. Says, hey, guys, what's up? Not much, just watching some SmackDown. Sophie says, Randy could go in as a single to his team with Edge, Evolution, and even RK Bro. Chris says the only way Rey would fight Dom is if Dom hurt his sister or his mom. Film says, what time is it again? Also, happy St. Patrick's Day. It's lady time, it looks like. Some tag team stuff.
Yeah, you gotta see Tegan Knox, guys.
Oh, and she got off her knees long enough to come out and wrestle?
And Emma.
Good for her.
And Rack Rod.
Vindicator says, so I at least get to see Liv looking hot again tonight. Don't like or understand tagging with Rack Rod when she was with Tegan and now going against Tegan. Like, serious. This company is run by morons. Okay, so she's done quite a bit with Rack Rod, so I don't know, I guess. Robbie says, you know what I think? Just scap the Hall of Fame show and send the winners a cheap bottle of Thunderbird and a certificate of authenticity. Right? Like, why bore people with shit like that? Sophie says the only way Rey would fight Dom at Mania if Dom beats him so badly during his Hall of Fame induction. Chris says, here comes no knees. And Robbie says, with that rant, you sure do care, D. It's not about caring, Robbie. It's about wanting to, understand. I get, both sides of it. I understand where Pico is coming from. Everybody says, oh, well, he did this and he did that. I have never seen that. And I'm going off of what Travis is saying, yeah, well, but Travis isn't really watching during some of that time either. So
I was a part-time watcher because there was nothing going on at that time that was great.
Right. And so I don't know, if they really, if he really made any great, huge bounds of differences and people were like, Batista!
It's better nowadays than it was in 06 and 07 right now. It's probably not. by the way.
Right. Pico says, well, it's a body of work. I'm just giving highlights. For example, some people like Trips, he politic to keep him down. And, of course, you have guys like Cena and Taker and a returning Rock. Well, that's what I'm saying, right, Pico? Like, I get where Batista's coming from of him wanting to headline because he feels that he made a difference, right? And that's what I'm going. He feels he made a difference. So that's fine if he wants to headline it, right? It's not that he's never going into the Hall of Fame. It's just he feels it's not right. And maybe it's time constraints, some things like that. But in all other words, it's choices too, right? Like, well, I don't want to be behind Rey Mysterio. I don't want to be behind The Undertaker. Like, these are big names that, mean a huge bunch. And I feel like Batista is probably one of those wrestlers that just has a certain amount of fans that really, really like him. Or, and fans that are like, I'm okay with him. But I don't think he has that fan base that you would think of, right?
I have no idea.
I mean, I don't, but I don't feel he's that person. Like, let's put it this way. The reason why people might know Batista now is because he's in movies.
Right. I like one of his movies. It's pretty funny. Where he's like a spy.
Oh,
No,
that one wasn't too bad. But if somebody said The Rock, and they do know him because of movies as well. But The Undertaker has never been in movies. But people know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, because he's got the big dong.
I'm just saying, like, I just feel like that's the difference in some of these guys. Is all. Let's see. Ravi says, but DU didn't watch it a few years ago, you said. I've only watched for the last 3 years, Ravi. And I've seen, like, things here and there throughout the last 10 years, but maybe a pay-per-view here and there, but in all reality, I never paid that much attention. Harley says, here comes a little more than one of my, don't get me wrong, I did like the two-step, but he didn't carry Samantha for 2 years from 05 to 07. He was injured. Oh, Mushmallows message retracted. Pico says, dang, that Arby's fish sandwich looks pretty good. A lot of people say that, Pico, and some ladies at work were talking about it. And one of them said that she tried it, and she said it just wasn't that good. And the other is like, oh, really? Well, then I'm not going to try it. And it's like, but you should try it because your tastes are different than other people. So you might like it. So you should give it a try. If it looks good, it might be good. Chris says, hello, do Tegan and Shotzi take turns going under Triple H too? Ew, Chris. Omar's in the chat. Hey, Omar.
Hey, Omar.
I know that you're speaking Arabic, but if you can speak English, I can say hi, but I will say hi anyways. Hi, Omar. Thanks for being in here. People's like, wait, what? Thunderbird? Robbie says, yeah, do your bestie Tegan, no knees, knocks. Robbie, that's your love bug right there. You know what she can do, because you know. Sophie's like, we don't know how the WWE picks its Hall of Fame class every year. Pico says, I was playing in the sandbox at the time.
Oh, shit.
Robbie says, I stopped watching WWE in 03. It got shit and still
Hopefully
is.
he lives okay after this throw out of the ring.
Oh, God. By who?
Emma?
She do something stupid?
Yeah, I think she's okay. She's getting up.
Pico says, I was playing in the sandbox. Oh, Film says, are you smelling it, guys? I could smell it. It smells fantastic. Oh, great. Gross, dude. Robbie's like, oh, he never made a difference. He's a twat, if anything. Chris says, all Batista did was he is be a deacon for Devin Dudley, was a part of Triple H group, tag champ with Eddie and Ray, world champ on SmackDown for 2 years. Sophie says, the more Batista waits for his shot at the headliner of the Hall of Fame, the less people will care. If you want to watch old WWE stuff before you became a Watchline channel, you should check them out on Peacock. I kind of don't want to, Sophie. I'm fine. I have better ways to spend my time. It was like, I don't think I'd like a fish sandwich. Why, Ayla? You don't like,
Who are they wrestling at WrestleMania? I guess they're going to WrestleMania. Was that for the tag
I
team
wonder if it's for the
championship?
tag team championship with
They
what's
just
their...
threw together a thing real
Yep.
quick and said, you're going.
They're like, all right, we're going to have
Here, they're
this...
saying
Oh, they're doing a fatal 4-way tag match?
Oh, they're like, we need to add a women's match that isn't a championship.
So does
match.
somebody not have the titles?
No, this is.
Then why is it
Why is it what? It doesn't say anything about
fatal 4-way tag match, blah
it.
versus blah versus blah
Yeah,
versus
they're just
blah?
trying to add another women's match
Oh, okay.
because there's so many men's. It's an equality thing.
Oh. Ew.
It's not about earning things anymore. Now it's
participation trophy. Sophie says if you want to watch, Ayla says that, and Sophie says Tony Khan re-signed Stu Grayson. Re-signed him. Ooh, Marshmallow says Roman Reigns will beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and he and Will with steel chair, and he'll send back to AEW as a loser. Oh. Kiki's just going to go back to AEW for that? It's weird. Piccola says they have to add as many women in a match, I guess.
There's Charlotte, guys. I don't know what the fuck she's wearing, but it's very interesting.
Is that her idea of green?
Yeah, she doesn't want to get pinched.
Piccola says they have to add as... Oh, I read that. Chris says should have been 4-way ladder tag match. Sophie says a 4-way tag team match at Mania. I guess the winners face the champs at Backlash. It was like, I don't like fish other than a select few. I'd assume a breaded fish sandwich is halibut. Ew, I don't know for sure, just guessing. I'd try it, but doubt I'd like it. So usually, Ayla, it's cod. Usually the fish that they have at, like, fast food restaurants, your breaded fish, are usually cod. Halibut is way too expensive.
It's pretty expensive.
They would never put halibut in there. So it's usually cod, which is a cheaper fish. But a lot of people like cod, and it's actually a flaky fish, supposedly. But it's very fishy smelling. So if you don't like the smell of fish, it probably will not be your thing. Like if you get fish sticks or something, that's usually what they're made out of is cod. But Chris says, LOL participation trophy Shotzi. Sophie says there is going to be a fatal 4-way tag team match for the men's side at Mania as well. Walter says Charlotte Flair, woo! And films like Liv Morgan and Raquel are in a tag team. Nice. Piccola says, as a Southerner, I think they will often try to promote fish sandwiches a delicacy.
Get some catfish. Will they?
Hey, I have heard. I cannot say, but I have heard that deep fried catfish is really good in the deep hearts of Alabama.
It's one of the best foods there is.
When I went to those rendezvous when I was like 14, I met this kid that was about the same age and his parents were older. Like older. So he was like this weird change of life baby, and that was their only kid. And he was really nice. But they were originally from Alabama. Literally from the deep south part of Alabama. Backwoods a little bit, right? Anyways, but that's what they deep fried catfish was like their thing. Putting salt on watermelon was another thing that's huge in the South, which is hilarious to me because my mom didn't really do it with watermelon, but she did it with cantaloupe. She would put salt on her cantaloupe. And sometimes, maybe not in some regions, but sometimes down in those regions, they'll put sugar on tomatoes. Very strange. Interesting, but strange.
Put sugar on your fruits. Sweet.
Well, a tomato sometimes is like more tangy and soury. You know what I mean? And I would never try it because it sounds absolutely filthy gross to me because I don't really like tomatoes anyways. But that sounds awful. But yeah, they sugar on tomatoes. Just very odd to me. Like, ew.
Ew.
Vindicator says, yeah, I'm happy to see Liv and see her win, but that was a nothing match. It was too short and it's only to get everybody at Mania. And WrestleMania should never have contendership matches, only titles. WrestleMania shouldn't have freaking a whole bunch of garbage.
Do title matches because there's only so many titles. You'd run out of titles and you'd only have 5 matches.
I don't think they should have participation matches. That's what I don't think everybody should just get, oh, you want to go? You get a WrestleMania match. You get, fucking Oprah out here just handing out WrestleMania matches. Fucking WWE. What a bunch of twats. They have
to fill up 2 shows.
Twats. What a bunch of twats. Piccola says anything battered and fried, just give it more attention. Sometimes Piccola, that is very true. Sophie says the Kentucky Fried Chicken actually looks good. Ayla says cod is worse in my opinion. Halibut is $26.99 a pound at my workplace. Cod is $8.99. I think we never have it. I told you, why would they deep fry halibut then? You wacko face. If they're going to do that, it's going to be like encrusted with shit like cashews or something. when that one place, Remo's, was here, that's what my mom, when we'd go there, she would usually always get the cashew-encrusted halibut is what she would get. That was her go-to, besides the clam chowder. Walter says, looking forward to another WWE or AEW pay-per-view. And Chris says, Char likes wearing these onesies. Kind of hot. Maybe Andrade likes that. Maybe. Pico says, combo with some hush puppies and a tall glass of sweet tea. That's some good eating. Deep fried fish, hush puppies, and a glass of sweet tea.
Oh,
extra sweet tea.
There's some fans in the audience that have big red beards, too.
Oh, I didn't think about that. We'll have to get some. I'll have to look on Amazon and see if we can find you some stuff. It was like tuna sandwich is all right. Depends on what you do with your tuna sandwich there, Ayla. I like mine grilled, and it's very rare that I eat a tuna sandwich because I find them gross. Ayla says, what is a hush puppy?
I think it's a little ice cream thing.
No, hush puppies are not ice cream.
I have no idea.
Picola going to tell us what a hush puppy is?
One of my time.
He told her to Google it, but it's a deep fried ball of flour, egg, and sliced onion.
Raw egg? Well,
like you would.
Onion.
Right. Flair is a champion.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
Road. Sophie says, my roommate who is driving from New Orleans and brought fried chicken and fries actually looks good. Oh, Marshmallow, Brock Lesnar will take Omos to Suplex City. You think he will, huh? Pickle says, wait, Ayla, quit playing with my emotions. Walter's like, yuck, no salt on watermelon. And Pickle says, sugar on fried green tomatoes. Ayla's like, honestly asking, I don't recall Hush Puppy. Chris says, I drink nothing but tea and salt on watermelon, pudding, nuts, and Coke. Peanuts in your Coke. Pickle says, they are very tart, fried green tomatoes. Vindicator says, another 20-minute break, not listening to Spawn, of course, either. Ayla's like, love fried green tomatoes. I make them sometimes when my cousin gives me some green tomatoes. And Film says, come on, Armpit Queen, stop wearing long sleeves. And Ravi says, sugar on tomatoes is supposed to caramelize them in the oven. They aren't cooking the tomatoes, Ravi. They're raw tomatoes with sugar on them. Piccolo says, Ayla, I had to Google it. It's some deep fried balls of flour, egg, and sliced onion. Walter's like, Daphne, rant tonight. And Ayla says, wait, a Hush Puppy has fried green tomatoes? No. Piccolo's like, it just goes with fried fish. I don't know. I'm not a seafood concierge. It was like, I don't know. George's mom has deep fried halibut, and it's awful. Okay, deep fried halibut would be terrible. This is like pan-seared, like cashew-encrusted halibut. So it would probably be way different. That was how that restaurant made it. Chris says, WWE Kansas City, there's old Bobby Witt Jr.
Old Bobby Witt.
Vindicator says, oh, and AEW will do that participation trophy at their big show All Out this year, too. So it's an annoying wrestling industry thing, I guess. But yeah, back to my break. Robbie says, do you tried a onesie before? Probably not since I was a baby. Piccolo says, oh, wait. No, take that back. I did wear a cow onesie for Halloween. Piccolo says 2 separate things. So who here has had fried green tomatoes? I've never had them because I don't like tomatoes. Ayla says, sounds super southern. Robbie says, hush puppies are shoes, ain't they? They were shoes. Yes, Robbie, they were a brand of shoes when we were younger. Piccolo's like, who? Robbie's like, does Square glow in the dark? I don't know. But I think she thinks she's wearing a green, but it's not green. It's like a neon yellow color, and it's quite hideous. She's dangerous, and she's bloody good at what she does.
She's bloody terrible at talking on the mic.
Please make her stop talking.
She's going to be the champion for a while, too.
Oh, my God. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Monday for Raw. Maybe because if she talks too fast, nobody can understand her because of her stupid accent.
Put another shrimp in the barbie. Oh, that's a gator. Let me jump on its back. Talk like that. Fucking be Australian. Kangaroo Jack. Fuck.
I think she's trying to be foreboding because she's like all dark and she like has black lipstick on and she's like emo kid. Bye, Walter. Have a great weekend, hon. We'll see you on Monday. Because I was, okay, 7th. See ya, Walter. Ayla's like, ha, so Delitha and Travis don't know Hush Puppies either. Never had one.
You're a superstar. And now I'm going to come at you like I am wrestling alligator. You need something, all right.
She bloody well needs what she needs to be a star of nothing.
Why is Dominik getting Charlotte's face? That's dumb. Oh! She did a reach around, knocked Charlotte out. Dick move.
Dick move. Ooh, she's gonna fear her with her face hole.
Right here.
Mammy is gonna beat you.
Oh, Charlotte wasn't done, though. Charlotte and Rhea going fisticuffs.
Okay, so when Piccolo said what they were, I was like, that's not how I know Hush Puppies. So what I know Hush Puppies as is like a deep fried dough. And they're usually, and I had to look it up now because I was like doubting myself on what they are, by the way, Ayla. So I know what Hush Puppies are. And they're actually cornmeal dough.
Cornmeal dough.
And they're just little deep fried, like, donuts, I guess you could almost say. I'm not sure where the flour, onion, and egg thing came from. But maybe that's a different type of Hush Puppy. I mean, it does have eggs in it because
Maybe
that's how you
one's a
make your dough.
Sheesh puppy.
But I mean, usually you probably just drudge it in dough, or egg, but.
Shoosh puppy.
So I don't know, but you know. Let's see. That. I've actually had them. I'm pretty sure, Ayla, that the A&W restaurants have Hush Puppies. So. Let's see. Ravi says, what a stupid thing to do, put sugar on raw tomatoes. Dude, people do all kinds of weird shit. It looks like I have had fried green tomatoes. I just slice tomatoes and bread them. Flour, egg, bread, and fry. Yep. Ravi says, red snapper, deep fried is good. Pickle says, gosh, I'm just craving fried green tomatoes. Ayla says, okay, Ravi, green tomatoes are sour as fuck. I bet sugar would be great on them. You shouldn't speak with beans and toast. Ravi's like, Hush Puppies, D, did you have them auntie-style shoes? Okay, Ravi, I had Hush Puppy shoes when I was, like, a child. Like, I was maybe, like, 6. And they were, like, Mary Jane's that I remember. And then after that, the store that had them, it was a store downtown.
Payless?
Brown's.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Anyways, there was a store here in our town a long, long time ago, like 40 years ago, that had been there forever. Anyways, so in all reality, like Charlotte and Rhea spilled out to the outside of the crowd and they're just fighting and she's pushing away all the people trying to get him and she's kicking him with her feet holes and stuff. Ooh, there's control happened.
It's all about control.
Charlotte's like, come on, bitch, bring it on. Dom's like, no, it's fine. Look at me. I can totally keep you back. Charlotte is a star.
Old Sami Zayn in the back.
Star making opportunity. Bleh. Pickle's like, I want to hear what Rhea Mammy says.
She looks like Angelica Houston right there.
Yeah,
Doesn't she?
a little bit. Pickle says, oh, here's my mate kangaroo, Jack. Robbie's like, you sound like you're from New Zealand more. Ayla says, green tomatoes taste anything like a red one, in my opinion. Don't taste like a red one, in my opinion. No, they don't.
Well, aren't they immature or something?
Yeah, they're not ripe. Robbie says, Ayla, you can't talk smelling of fish all day. What? It was like, dang, where can I get some green tomatoes here? Michelle is sick, so doubt she's giving them away this year. Why wouldn't she give away green tomatoes? Why would that make a difference? Or is she just not going to have a garden? Piccolo says, me too. Robbie says, most attractive. And Piccolo says, it's crispy. Ah, yes, cornmeal is the term. Robbie says, does a lot of American food have to be deep fried? Robbie, you guys should talk with your fucking fish and chips. Don't even start with me, dude.
How's that starting? Just answer the question.
No, a lot of American food doesn't have to be deep fried.
There's only a few things that are deep fried that I'm aware of.
I mean, you could deep fry everything if you wanted to.
The South deep fries a lot more than the North would.
True.
Like, a lot of things are deep fried down there. Fried chicken to... They probably fry watermelon. I don't know what they do.
I mean, you can fry it, but that's not like a normal, like... That's not like every American
I bought
food.
a deep fryer because I thought I would be cool, and my house ended up smelling like a trailer park house, and that was the end of that.
And then we did it outside.
Yeah, I did do it outside once.
And then it got put away and never have been returned out again.
Got rid of it.
Who'd you give it to?
My mom to put in a yard sale.
Oh, that's right.
Now I'm like, well, will an air fryer smell better? Because I just don't like that it makes your house smell bad.
With grease. And an air fryer wouldn't, because it wouldn't be grease.
I'm straight out the trailer.
Because you don't put grease on it. You just throw your shit in there.
Right.
I mean, you could put a little bit of oil on it, but you won't put a lot or anything. You don't deep fry in oil.
I mean, I cook in the oven with oil.
And it doesn't smell like a deep fryer.
Like
exactly. Oh, Marshmallow says, after WrestleMania, Seth Rollins will attack Edge with a steel chair, and then he'll attack it with a steel step, and he will laugh with laughy faces. And he put head on a steel chair, and he will on his head. Man, Marshmallow, you're mean. Pickle's like, this is lackluster. Charlotte is Wardlowing security guards. Name. But I was like, woo, this is getting good, Travis. Ayla says, no, not all American food is fried. Depends on what you want. I notice more southern you go, the more fried options there are. Also, if you go to a fair, everything is fair food fried. Yeah, usually. That's what makes it good and bad for you at the same time. Pickle's like, freaking Jerry Springer segment. Probably like, go on, D, styling and profiling on the Hush Puppies. Pickle says, welcome back, Attitude Era, but goofy. Remy is in the chat. Hey, Remy, it's Tony Khan fired Outcast from AEW Wrestling Hub. Oh, yeah, did he? Oh, Marshmallow's message retracted. Martha says, serious? Like, WDF? Seriously? And Harley says, my dad would put salt on tomatoes. Most people, Harley, usually put salt and pepper on their tomatoes, right? Like, that's kind of a normal thing. Sugar, on the other hand, is weird.
Put it with your cottage cheese. Something.
My mom and dad ate it all the time. Gross. I could never do it, but I don't like tomatoes, so... Ayla's like, Google says people mistake corn fritters for hush puppies. One sweet, one savory. Yeah. So hush puppies are like savory. And corn fritters are usually made from like, what is that stuff called? Sweet.
Cornmeal?
It comes in a can. It's mushed up corn.
Cream corn?
Cream corn. And cream corn usually is kind of sweet. So like it's usually cream corn. And you mix it usually with flour. And you make kind of like a batter, like a pancake batter almost. And so you can put like whole kernels in it, cream corn, and flour or something. And then you kind of mix it up and you kind of make it like a battery type thing. It might be different. Maybe the cornmeal one is sweet. Maybe the hush puppies are sweet. Maybe that's why it goes good with fried fish. Or why they eat it with fried fish. And maybe the corn... But I've always had corn fritters. The ones my mom would make were sweet. And that's how I learned how to make them. Was kind of sweet, but not really sweet.
So do you get in trouble? The big hoax? I mean, I know Jesse get in trouble, but would they get in trouble?
Who's they? I didn't see it.
Did it. Anyways, he hired him to beat him up, so it'd be a hate crime because he was gay.
Yeah. So they
would
probably
they get in trouble?
I think they would get in trouble to a certain degree. But nothing serious, right? Like, but they... Well, and it would have to be them, the state or whoever would have to press the charges.
Right.
Because Jesse's not going to...
Hey, it was us. We did it.
Press charges. But they're turning evidence on him. So they might have gotten in trouble, but everything could have been dropped. Or suspended. Or what? Oh, yeah, well, we give you 3 months, but you're done. Or probation for a year, and you've, served time in jail for 10 days. Or whatever, kind of thing.
You'd think they wouldn't get in trouble at all.
No, seriously, you would. But they did beat somebody. Even though he asked him to, paid him to, and whatever. You
couldn't get more consent than paying them to do it.
True. That's very true. Yeah, he did something real weird and dumb.
Here, punch me in the face. Here's $1,000.
Do-do-do.
You son of a bitch.
You son bitch. How dare you, son bitch. Pico says, we don't get any wrestling news from those channels. Just twatter.
Oh, LA Knight. Is he going to lose again? Somebody's got to win this, guys.
Pico says, what are corn fritters a good pairing with? So, Pico, my mom always did it with what we called Uncle Fred hamburgers and fried potatoes.
Who's going to win it?
So, there's that.
Somebody has to win this.
I hope it's not that one who's yelling at the camera, yeah, because he thinks he's cool, and LA Knight's like, yeah. And he is kind of cool.
Well, he hasn't won a match, I don't think, since he's been on the roster.
No, it's stupid. Marshmallow says, after WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar will do face-to-face with Bobby. Cool.
Again?
Vindicator says, so I just watched some history tonight. Second time ever in NCAA tournament, a 16 seed beats a 1 seed.
Who lost?
Farley Dickinson eliminated Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue didn't seem like a real powerhouse to me. But yeah, that might be the first time I've seen anything like that happen.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ayla says, not sure if Fat Lisa both are Southern. I live too far away to have an understanding of such things. Vindicator says, Ayla says, Vin, you live in Texas. Tell us about fried food, like hush puppies and corn fritters. I don't know if he's quite in the... You should have asked Walter. Walter's more Southern.
Is LA Knight going to lose again to the worst wrestler on the roster?
Probably. Pickle's like, question. Do you guys enjoy fried liver and gizzards? That gross person over there does.
I fry... Is cooking things in a frying pan frying it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
If you're cooking them in a frying pan, not deep frying them or battering them or anything like that, then yes, Travis enjoys them just fried in a frying pan.
That way. I just don't want my house to smell like a trailer park.
Right, yeah, I know what you're saying. Harley says, we'll see everybody Monday or
and liver, yes,
going to bed, have a migraine headache.
I can, and then I forget that I own it, but I have a bunch of liver.
Harley, thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm sorry you have a migraine. You have a good rest of your weekend, hon.
Yeah, this stream's probably not good for migraines.
Pickle says, I don't eat it very often anymore. Whoa, my bracket's busted. Robbie says, D, fish and chips are elite. Trust me. Dang. Gross, dude. Pickle says, LO had been since the Virginia loss last night. Yeah, your bracket completely busted. Not mine. Mine was not completely busted, thank goodness. Ayla says the corn fritters look different than the fritters I'd make at the donut shop. We'd make the look like a pull-apart flat donut, things glazed, usually cinnamon. Vindicator says, never had puppies or fritters. Remember, I'm very picky eater, the weird guy who doesn't like burgers or sandwiches. The only fried stuff I eat is chicken and steak. You eat chicken fried steak? Nice.
Nothing wrong with chicken fried
Love
steak,
that
that's
shit.
Not what he said. He said chicken and steak, right?
He said the only fried stuff I eat is chicken and steak.
Right, not chicken, fried steak.
Yes, so he eats fried chicken and fried steak, which is chicken fried steak. Because it's fried like chicken.
2 and...
Harley says, I kind of consider hush puppies like deep fried cornbread. You're exactly right, Harley. Piccolo says, is chicken fried steak everywhere? I think it is.
Yep.
And
LA
if it's
lost.
not, they have a problem.
LA lost again.
Fuck.
He can't win. And if people want this guy on the WrestleMania card, oh my god, I think he just dropped Woods on his face.
That would have been perfect. Too bad he didn't break him to death so he couldn't win. Ayla says cheeseburger and french fries are elite with a side of 100% cane sugar in a mason jar. Ayla says, yes, Fat Lisa, at least here we have that. Vindicator says, I guess french fries count as being fried too, so potatoes too. Pickle says, I imagine it's a diner staple. Ayla says, it's a steak shoved in a chicken and fried, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's like a turducken. So they're showing the Great Muta Hall of Fame stuff.
It's a...
You don't understand what this guy was in my childhood.
This guy,
Great
the Muta guy?
So, watching him wrestle was like the greatest thing. Because you got to remember, nobody was like this at that time.
Oh,
and
yeah.
in Japan, it might have been a norm.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But he was big and strong. Most of the Japanese guys that came over weren't big. And he was super athletic and strong and could compete with anybody. I watched him beat Ric Flair, watched him beat Sting. Mm-hmm. But that Green Mist, that beat, what's his name there? The Total Package Lex Luger.
Yeah.
But blew the mist all over. But you see how big he is?
Yeah.
Like that's the game changer. You don't see that a lot anymore with the Japanese guys that are coming over.
Is he
like
dead?
Nakamura? No. He just retired like this year.
Oh, okay.
Nakamura is a big guy too. And I like him. He just uses his feet a little too much, that strong style.
Right.
Where Muta would use his upper body and high fly.
Oh.
You don't see that from Nakamura.
Hey, Drew Mack and Sheamus are next.
Yeah, it's about time.
Not really.
Yeah.
From main event, no.
Well, they're going to do the Usos and Sami.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember the Queen's name on the House of the Dragons? Zena is whatever her name was. Reyna.
Maybe. Reyna might be close.
So that Kazao show that's out,
Uh-huh.
the girl's riding a dragon, he comes flying at her. I'll see if they say it on this one. He calls her that.
Oh, fuck.
Before he nails her. Let's see if they do it on the preview. No. Anyways, he goes to hit her and he's like, it's Queen Reyna or whatever. And then I threw a truck at a dragon.
That's funny. Film says, here he comes, Travis. Let me talk to you. I'm behind a little bit. So Robbie says, I have eaten real sugar cane. It's good. You have to suck on it to release the flavor. Yes, you do. Pico says, spot on, Ayla. That's exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. Ayla says, oh, yeah, I forgot you're boring then. Kidding. I don't know. I've baked french fries before. Film's like, yeah. And Ayla says, no, never, ever. Liver is awful, disgusting. Jail. Go to jail.
Liver's great.
Film says, let's go, LA Knight. Yeah. And Pickle's like yellow, especially when the cowbell is brought out for the migraine stuff. Yeah. Bryce says, what's up, guys? Happy St. Patrick's Day 2023. Right back at you there, Bryce. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Hey, Bryce,
how are you doing?
Celebrate that, so.
St. Patrick's Day? Why not? You're Irish.
Joke. I'm dead.
you got lots of Irish. I've got a little bit. Oh, Marshmallow says, after WrestleMania, Roman Reigns will make open challenge. Piccolo says, I'm hankering chicken fried steak now. Dang, y'all. I know it's good shit, right?
I got my Irish flag flying out front. There's right below the American flag.
Bryce says, wow, that was a quick match. Film's like, that's stupid, Xavier. And Ayla says, chicken fried steak, fried green tomatoes, and a milkshake. It was like, bet you're good at releasing that flavor, Robbie. Freak. Piccolo's laughing, and Raleigh says, I just heard Rampage is on in 4 hours. Are you serious? 5:30 a.m. for UK. Well, looks like Rampage getting no UK viewers. LOL. Raleigh, they're having a tournament with our basketball college teams right now, and Rampage is not going to be on until after all of those are played.
Right, about 11:30 tonight Eastern
So
time.
it's pretty late. So yeah, it'll be early in the morning earlier than it is now for you. It says he's at eye level, so it makes sense. Says, Ayla, fuck you. God damn it.
That Animal Control could be a show to watch.
I know, it looks kind of fun.
Did you hear what he just said?
No.
She was trying to give birth to a llama.
Oh, God.
He's like, it's like watching a baby sweater be born.
They kind of are look like baby sweaters. They're adorable.
Oh, LA Knight in the back. What's he going to say?
Pickle
That he's
says,
a loser?
yes, I wonder what liver in an air fryer is any good. You couldn't overcook it, Pickle. You'd have to be very careful. Raleigh says, I am English myself. Are you, Raleigh? Are you sure you're English?
What's he doing with Ray? Ray will beat your ass, too.
Ayla says, why on earth would you wonder that? My lord, puking. Pico's like, 10:30 here. Pico's like, haha, I'm a glutton for savory and irony, sometimes chalky. Ew.
Rey's belligerent.
I thought he already said that they were going to have a match. Oh. LA Mysterio.
Oh, yeah, Deadbeat Dead too.
Oh, yeah, Deadbeat Dead too.
One of the best talkers there is.
What the fuck? He said a bad word? He bleeped. They bleeped it out. He must have said a bad word in Spanish. God damn it.
Bendejo.
That's not a bad word.
Oh, it's not.
No. Bendejo? No, it just means stupid. Or
Okay.
it might mean bitch, but it doesn't mean anything like what you think it means.
My old roommate could speak fluent Spanish. He worked on a ranch, a farm, Colby.
A stupid, contemptible person.
Yeah.
Yeah, pendejo just means stupid.
Bendejo.
You're pendejo.
But yeah, he knew everything.
Oh, yeah. I always wanted to learn all the swear words, but nobody taught me. Rude.
Well, he hung out in the trailer with them.
Oh, I bet.
And, like, I mean, that's how they just talk.
Yeah.
And he just hung out with them.
Like dudes. They talk like
He
dudes,
doesn't
just in
do
another
it anymore,
language.
so I can kind of tell you what he used to do. But he would give each one of them $1,000 a head to go to the border to bring people back.
Oh, my God.
So every Mexican they brought back with them, they got $1,000.
Oh, jeez.
And that was to work on the farms. And then the farms, it was Wada was one of them, but that was later. It was the Van Orden one. He had a trailer park that he had built on one of his farms, and he had it filled with trailers, and that's where they all lived. And they lived there for free, obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course. As long as they worked, they didn't care.
Yeah.
As long as you worked.
Yeah, and it was on private property in the middle of it.
And they always go back to Mexico in the winter.
And they did. And, but anyways, they're the main guys. There's like 12 of them. $1,000 a head. But Colby had to give them the money because they couldn't link it to the farm.
Yeah.
And so obviously he had the petty cash, a couple $100,000 of cash, and he had to give them $1,000 per person.
Right. That's funny.
So Colby was always balling with cash, like just thousands of dollars of cash.
Rally.
It was completely untraceable.
Yep. Basically. Rally says SmackDown been okay, liked Charlotte, Rhea pull apart.
Yeah.
Finally, geez, get some Mania stories going.
Right. It's a lot better than that Asuka Bianca story that they're doing. Hopefully that turns sour.
It has
Two
to.
more Raws.
They cannot have them be friends. Like, what the fuck?
They're going to go in there braiding each other's hair.
Right?
It's like,
Motherfuck. Spitting on each other and whatnot. Gross. Then she spits right back on her. Oh, Marshmallow says after WrestleMania, Braun Strowman attack Roman Reigns and he will challenge him a Money in the Bank inside Hell in a Cell. Damn. Ayla's like, I'm talking smack and Ravi bailed. He probably died in the bathtub. Pico's like, I always heard some dirty words from my Mexican ex. And yeah, Ravi is MIA. Raleigh says, I think Charlotte winning because WWE loves Charlotte. Don't they? That's it. Also, Bianca retains probably. Thoughts?
Charlotte needs to lose because Charlotte needs to go over to Raw and be the champion over there.
Really?
16-time, guys.
Ayla says, I'm Mexican-ish. I know dirty words in English, though. I do, too. Dirt.
Filth.
Mud.
Scum.
Filth. Scum.
Vagrant.
What are other filthy words? Lint.
The lint liquor. Grime.
You cutie queen.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door. Vindicator says, be interested to see if this Sheamus Drew match goes 30 minutes. Not sure either guy has the stamina to pull it off. Haven't we seen Drew in like an Iron Man match thing before? I feel like we have.
Nope, Imperium.
I thought he went a while, but maybe not. Pico's like mud pies. Oh yeah, forgot about mud pies.
Cow pie.
Cow pie.
My backyard right now.
Pico's like toe jam. Ew.
I was out there today, and I was like, oh my god.
It was like garbage is a go-to for me. It's garbage. Trash. Just trash. From that stupid TikTok. That's what I thought. Trash.
I have an automatic shut-off timer on my TikTok now, so I can only be on there 20 minutes a day. It kills it.
That's pretty funny.
I did it on Twitter and then I gave myself an hour on YouTube, but that's it for that too. So now I'm like, I have to save it for the end of the day, so I get in the hot tub and at least like watch something while I'm in there. Because if not, I'm like, shit, I'm blacked out of all of them. I mean, obviously I can turn it off.
It's probably why I watch it when I get home, because I can't while I'm at work. So, except for on my breaks, but sometimes I don't always take my breaks and watch stuff.
This is the most excited I've been for a movie in like 3 years. Is there any good movies that have been released since the Dumbledore one, which wasn't even good? But I was still excited for it.
I don't know. I think we thought about some, but then they turned out dumb.
Oh, there's some good ones though. Like I like some of the ones that just went right to video.
Yeah.
Like the Red Notice, and then that King with the triangle or whatever the hell it was, the diamond.
Kings and diamonds.
Kingsman, Diamond. It was on an island. They all got called there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was the second show to Knives Out. The onion something.
Yeah, onion, whatever.
Yeah,
that
was good.
Diamond. But anyways,
it was about onions or
that one was good.
Onion something.
Red Notice was really good, and the one with that was the one with The Rock, and then Spencer Confidential. That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
You've seen it 3 times without watching it.
True.
That's
very true.
That's definitely worth it.
Those were like basically originals to like those places though. Like that was the Netflix originals were those two. And like, good. Okay, now I hate J-Lo and I'm not a fan of her, but that Shotgun Wedding was actually pretty funny. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad. I was surprised. Rally says, I know dirty words in French and Italian. Woo, go me, multilingual. I think that's the word. Multilingual. You almost got it.
You're
and sweet, you got the dirty words in French, huh? Like that. We all know what that is. Oui, oui, croissant. I'm just kidding. No matter what they say out of their mouth is dirty. Because they don't clean themselves.
We'd like to apologize to the whole nation of France. Said us never. Freedom fries!
Pukul is laughing. It was like, I use it like this. Why are you garbage? Or why is this garbage here?
In today's news, French.
So, Ayla, what you should start saying to Jordan or other people is like, why are you stupid like your father? It makes them go, what the fuck? Why are you stupid like your father? I say to Travis every. I mean, jokingly, it's an inside joke with us, but you could say it and they'd be like, what the fuck?
You're stupid like your father.
You're stupid like your father.
It's a mini grenade. 2 hours later, my father was a brilliant man.
It's true. Rally says Top Gun Maverick was good. Nope, just me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was one.
It was very woke, but it was all right. You know, I didn't have a problem with it.
It wasn't as woke as some of them have been.
It was
woke.
It was as woke as you could get for a movie.
I mean, I'm not saying that it wasn't. I'm saying it wasn't as woke as they could have made it. They did kind of like not make it too much. Anyways, Ayla says, I can tell you what color a house is in French or what color a cat is. Also, I can tell you I'm eating an apple in French. Important need to know info. I need you to share all this French with me. Oh, Mushmallow says next year CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble or MJF. There you go, Piccolo. You got a CM Punk fan. Piccolo says, I'm not sure if I caught Spencer Confidential. If you don't like Mark Wahlberg, you won't like it.
Yeah, and he's with a comedian. What's her name? Izzy something? She is freaking hilarious. And she plays like an asshole in it. And she makes part of the show funny as fuck. And then he's got a buddy with him, too. Well,
Right.
he's not a buddy. He turns into a buddy.
Piccolo says, nope, I didn't give the J-Lo movie a shot. Okay, Piccolo,
Worth it.
I am not a J-Lo fan. I cannot stand her. I don't like her music. I don't like her. The only thing I like about her is South Park making fun of her, and that's it. That's all.
Her appearance on South Park was good.
That's it. That is the extent of me even caring about J-Lo. She's the worst actress on this planet. In that movie, though, because I was very skeptical because I was like, oh, God, we got to watch J-Lo. Okay, fine, give it a chance. Can't be any worse than the movie that he made me watch, like, before.
With Owen.
Oh, my God, that thing was fucking...
Will You Marry Me?
That one was terrible. But I'm talking about that same day, we watched another new movie, and I fucking hated it. It was the worst Eddie Murphy movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And I never fucking ever want to see it ever again.
Huh. That's weird.
It was the most racist fucking piece of shit. And I get he was trying to be funny, but it was not funny to me.
Well, the whole point was growth.
At all. It was not funny to me at all.
Right, but it's about growth.
No, it wasn't.
You take a character and you make them shitty, and then they grow. That makes a good story. That's
But
called
they
writing.
didn't. They didn't.
He was
No, they
a good
didn't.
person at the end, but that's the point.
No, he wasn't. He still wasn't a good... None of them were. I hated that movie. And I will never say I liked it in any way. I hated it. I will never watch it again.
It's like Harry Potter. He grows.
Anyways,
So.
I don't care. I've read the books. So, it doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter. He still grows. There's growth.
Don't care. That's
That's
you
what makes a
cannot
good story.
fucking... You cannot compare that garbage movie
No.
to fucking Harry Potter.
I'm comparing growth in a movie. That's what makes movies
There was no
good.
growth.
The whole.
You can
movie
say
was
there was
good.
all you want. I did not get that from that movie at all. That's not what...
he was the
There was no
exact
takeaway
same.
for me from that
In
movie.
your mind, he's exactly the same at the very end at the wedding as he was at the beginning.
Yep.
Oh my god. He's the one that set it up.
That's-
If he was the same, he wouldn't have set it up.
Right. Anyways, Picola, if you're interested, I'm just saying it was actually pretty good. Like it was a rom-com, definitely a romance comedy, but it was actually enjoyable. It was actually pretty funny. So, if you can stand it,
The kid from Vegas carried it. Anyways, it's a J-Lo appearance movie. She wasn't the main thing. I mean,
But-
she was in it, but she didn't.
but the
she didn't bring it
character
down.
she played actually was better than any character I've ever seen her in any movie ever. Except for South Park. Anyways. Pico says, nope, I didn't give the J-Lo movie a shot. Ayla says, I can't spell in French or I'd give an example. And Pico's like, parfum, baguette. Raleigh says, now that would be funny. Oh, marshmallow. D, you just said, yes, croissant. And Raleigh's like, oh my God, you're funny, D. And Raleigh says, I did 5 years at school of French. So basically, you're garbage. Just kidding.
You still shallow.
Ayla says, if Travis can fix that laptop, I have free French learning stuff on there. It's actually fun, but oh my goodness, it's hard. So I stopped. I don't know. I got obsessed with French like 6 years
I
ago.
can get it off there for sure. I just actually bought something today that would take it off.
Oh, Mushmouth says Braun Strowman will win Battle Royal Rumble at WrestleMania. Are they having a Battle Royal Rumble at WrestleMania?
They could have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. They used to do that.
That's right.
I don't know if they're planning on doing it. They should do a Fabulous Moolah one too, but they decided not to. And I don't know if they have.
Why isn't the Irishman wearing red? Or not red, but green? Why is the Irishman not wearing green?
Because it's a slap in the face. I don't know.
I don't
like
like
his
it.
prime minister's in the United States right now. He comes in every St. Patrick's Day. He's
Really?
always at the White House, yeah.
That's kind of cool. I bet he hates it. Not. I bet he's hated it the last few years.
Right. Oh!
Raleigh says, what about Lindsay Lohan amazing film she did recently, Xmas Holidays or something?
I would have to watch it. I haven't seen that yet. I was going to and I forgot.
Guess we could give it a chance.
But I think it is a Christmas movie. But,
Yeah.
I'll watch a Christmas movie any day of the week.
Pico's like, yeah, I know which movie you're talking about. I just can't with Eddie Murphy. Okay, I used to like Eddie Murphy.
What?
And then he did really stupid stuff.
Eddie Murphy's probably my favorite. Donkey. I like him in the Mulan movie. If he wasn't in that movie would be terrible.
Right. But he's kind of like old school Eddie Murphy in that, though. Like, just without swear words, right?
Donkey.
That and the Mulan one. Mm-hmm. Kind of thing. And then he did all these weird things, and it just made him stupid. And I just...
Are you talking about where he was, like, the clumps and all that?
Mm-hmm. And Norbit and stuff like those and things. I mean, Norbit has some funny stuff in it, but his character renditions, like, he didn't play as many characters in that one, so it wasn't as bad. But that's why I think Tropic Thunder is hilarious, because What's-His-Face basically makes fun of him.
Right.
Jack Black's character literally makes fun of him. Yeah. It looks like you made Jordan laugh. You can't compare that garbage movie to Harry Potter. It was like, I like The Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy.
Yep. I mean, I like a lot of Eddie Murphy. I don't know if there's anything I hate of Eddie Murphy's.
There's stuff I don't
Delirious
really like.
His Delirious stand-up is funny, but it's nowhere near as good as Raw.
Right.
Raw is the greatest stand-up 2 hours ever. And he can do that at any time. People talk about him. They're like, he could walk into a club right now and do a 2-hour show.
Oh, I bet.
Without any material.
I'm just glad he finally maybe got away from the Disney shit, and so maybe now he can actually be Eddie Murphy again instead of being Disney Eddie Murphy, which I can't stand.
Beverly Hills Cops were great movies for a
Yes.
comedian. Think about comedians from Saturday Night Live, and then think about how many went on to be great. And I feel like he's the greatest. Right?
Yeah.
Chevy Chase wasn't there long enough. I think he was only there for like a season. But he did okay, but a lot of people don't like him.
Yeah.
Dan Aykroyd is funny as hell. But
I think people don't like Chevy Chase because of his weird... He has a weird humor.
Right, yeah.
He has weird humor just like Dan Aykroyd kind of does, and also Bill Murray.
Yeah.
They all have that same type of like dryish humor, and so I think that puts a lot of people off.
Goofy.
Yeah.
And that's what helped him go to the next level.
Yeah.
With the fathers, the brides, and stuff, because he's relatable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Chris Farley could have went far. Just like the other fat guy that he was.
John Candy?
Yeah, no. He was in the frat house ones from
Belushi?
the 70s. Yeah, Belushi. Not Jim, the other one.
John
Belushi? Yeah, John Belushi. Because he was the big funny one, right? Because Jim is the one that did K-9 and he had the shows all about
Yeah, the
Jim.
one that lived.
Mm-hmm. But both of those two could have transcended movies also. They would have been John Candy types.
Right.
I don't think John Candy was on there, but he could have, I guess. I don't know. I don't know my Saturday Night Live cast.
Oh, Marshmallow says Edge versus Finn Balor at WrestleMania, and Finn Balor will win at WrestleMania.
Finn Balor, the demon.
Ayla says, I don't know. Lindsay Lohan is trash. I liked her before she had a nervous breakdown. Mean Girls was the last thing I remember her in.
So I watched this movie. Somebody made me watch it. I don't remember who, and it was years ago. But she went to, like, Idaho to live with her grandma.
I think we watched that together.
And she ended up, like, going down on a Mormon kid that was going on his mission. Like, that's the last movie I watched her in.
It is. It's right kind of before she had her nervous breakdown.
It was the weirdest movie, but it was so funny because it was so true-ish. Whoever wrote that was, like, spot on, because that's what would happen.
That's funny.
Well, anyways. And her grandma, I think, was, what's her name? Fonda? Jane Fonda.
Yeah, it might have been her.
But I could be wrong.
Raleigh says, that was a joke, Lindsay Lohan film. I thought I might laugh. Nope, she pregnant by weight. Anyway, wrestling, Sheamus Drew, is it? Let's go. Raleigh, it's fine. Like, I get it. Amazing film she did recently.
That might do it, too.
We didn't want to laugh because we didn't want to hurt your feelings because maybe you're a big fan. Lindsay Lohan. Raleigh says agree. Ayla. Oh, Marshmallow says John Cena will win the title at WrestleMania. Ayla says that last movie Eddie Murphy was in I didn't like, but he was only in it for a little. You People, I think. That Netflix movie. Yeah, it was You People, and he was in it for the whole fucking movie. Yeah, not for a little bit. The whole goddamn movie.
He's the dad.
Ayla says, wait, Raleigh, Lindsay Lohan is pregnant and she's wrestling Sheamus.
Yeah.
Did you know Sheamus is my little sister? Fact. Riley says, what? Ayla, Lindsay Lohan is pregnant. True. Back to wrestling, Sheamus and Drew. It was like, Travis, you're super quiet. Is your microphone not working very well?
I don't know. It's right there.
Ayla says, oh, okay, get it
Probably
right
'cause I'm
next
talking
time.
to you and it's over here.
Maybe.
Yours is facing me.
Oh, sorry. It's because the cat decided to lay on my lap. And so I had to move things around. Ayla says, oh, okay, get it right next time. I was considering watching wrestling. Riley says, I don't think Lindsay Lohan would beat Sheamus. It was like, why not? She's strong.
Both redheads.
Piccolo says, last thing I seen her in was Machete. Oh, yeah.
She was in Machete? I never watched that movie.
I don't remember her in it.
It had that one guy in it from Anchorman.
Yeah.
God, Danny Torado or whatever his name is. And I was like, yeah, I can't watch it.
Danny Trejo.
Trejo. Yeah, because the only other movie I've seen him in that was even decent was Dust Till Dawn.
Yeah.
And he did okay in that one, but he still was weird.
Oh, Marshmallow Rock.
And he was like the main character. I'm like, okay, he's not good enough to carry a movie. Like, I know this for a fact. Like, this guy is like a 2-minute clip guy. He ain't going to carry a whole movie, so I'm pretty sure I'd turn it off.
Oh, Marshmallow says Rock will return at WrestleMania and he will huge Roman Reigns and he will shake hands. He'll hug him. Oh, yeah? They're going to hug and shake hands? That's nice. It was like I zoned out during that movie. Sorry. No, I totally don't blame you. It was fucking awful.
Are we talking about Machete?
No, you people.
Oh,
Marshmallow says Undertaker will return at WrestleMania. Yeah, what's he going to do?
He's going to come out to his big dong.
Hassan's in the chat. Hey, Hassan, good to see you tonight. Says, hi there, guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I just got one of those on my phone, too.
Oh, somebody lost by disqualification. So what does that mean?
It's basically a double. It's going to be a triple threat match. We already know it.
Oh, that. Rally says, did Cody speak? I'm not watching SmackDown.
Yes.
Only 15 minutes left. Cody spoke
Yes.
at the very, very front.
He started the show out. He brought out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and tried to get them together.
So if he's going to do it again, like, I don't know. Like, so if he's going to, like, talk again, I have no idea. Raleigh says, did I miss a bit? Yeah. Illa says, I don't really like that Johanna Hill guy.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill.
Jonah.
I don't know how to spell his name. I like him in a Netflix show called Maniac. It's not a comedy. You know what? The only movie I kind of really like him in is...
21.
He's okay in 21 Jump Street. I don't mind him in that. And the stupid one with the kids, Super Bad.
Yeah, Super Bad with McLovin. That shit. I love him in that.
I don't mind him in that one or the other one. And there's one other one that I don't mind him in.
I don't know if you've
but it's not
seen
a serious movie.
Oh,
wait, it is. Wolf of Wall Street. He wasn't bad in that.
Go ahead. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, sorry.
Triple threat. Make it official then.
And see, you should have let them beat each other up, and then you would have only had one opponent.
We're gonna have ourselves a Kansas City showdown.
Sorry, I didn't know you were trying to say that Wolf of Wall Street movie.
Yeah, he eats a fish.
He does.
And he gets punched in the face for real.
For real.
That punch. Yeah, because the director that does those movies, I can't remember. He's very famous. He likes reality, like he likes it real. And so the dude's like, dude, I'm gonna literally punch you in the face. And he's like, oh fuck. He's like, I'll let you hit me as hard as you can after. So like, I'll hit you, and then you can hit me after. And he's like, all right, whack. And then he's like, I didn't even want to hit him. So that punch is real when he gets punched. When they're loading up all the money at the end and they're getting on the planes to fly out.
Right.
And he gets punched. But he's a pretty good director.
Yeah. Raleigh says, thanks for that, Cody, at start. Yep. Piccolo says, he actually is better in more serious roles. Agree. Jonah Hill, are you saying that he's better at more serious roles? I think he's fine in comedies.
I was going to say, I don't know if I could watch him in a serious role.
The only serious role I've ever really seen him in was at the You People is supposedly funny, but it wasn't fucking funny to me. And that Wolf of Wall Street. And I'm trying to think of anything else serious that I've seen him in.
Well, Superbad,
He's
a
a
serious
really,
role.
I guess he's kind of a serious character, but it's a funny movie.
He plays in that show with Seth Rogen, and it's the end of the world. I think they all play themselves. Remember, and the aliens are coming down, and the world's breaking up, or it's hell's coming out.
I think hell's coming up or something.
It's the Rapture.
Oh, man,
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
I remember watching it, and I think I've just kind of like put it out of my brain of never wanting to ever
Yeah.
see it again, ever.
Franco and
ever.
Rogan and him.
Like, oh my god, like some of those guys, some of those things they come up with, just ugh. Sandwiches. I brought sandwiches. Yeah, why wasn't there trauma and stuff? Blah. It says, I don't mind him if there's other people more funny than him, but by himself, I just don't enjoy him. Kid freaks me out. Raleigh says Superbad was funny. Jonah Hill and The Sitter, funny. Nope, just me. Then
he
again,
was in another movie where when he was really fat, and I think it was an Adam Sandler movie, and it was all serious, and Adam Sandler had cancer. And I thought it was supposed to be funny.
oh,
And it wasn't, and it never got funny, so I turned it off. But he had like cancer, he was dying, and he was a stand-up comedian, and so was Adam Sandler's character.
Yeah, I never watched that, but I know what you're talking about. I never saw that movie.
Yeah, don't.
But I know which one you're talking about. Pico says it's sort of like Bill Hader. He could be a support role, but it's really good when he's the lead in Barry. Ayla says, kind of freaks me out. Oh, he kind of freaks you out. Not
I don't know who
the
that
kid
is.
freaks you out.
Who's Barry?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a show, I'm guessing.
Oh.
It's sort of like Bill Hader.
Who's Bill Hader?
I don't know him off the top of my head. If you tell me who he is he the guy that's in Trainwreck?
Oh, I like him.
Is that Bill Hader? Is that him?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, greatest show ever.
P. Cola says he was serious in Moneyball with Brad Pitt. Haven't seen Moneyball, so I couldn't even remotely say.
He is. He's kind of goofy in it, but yeah, I have seen Moneyball.
Have
good.
you?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Billy
so.
Bean already has a big enough head to have Brad Pitt play him in a movie.
Oh, Marshmallow says at the Hall of Fame Judgment attack Rey Mysterio and Stro off the stage. Yeah. Raleigh says, I like Cameron Diaz myself. Cute. She's coming back to do a movie again. Yeah. She's poor. Just kidding. Pickle says he was in Funny People. Thought Seth Rogen.
That's that one, isn't it? With
Funny
the Adam
People.
Sandler.
Maybe. Oh, I think so. Yeah, that's what I said. Raleigh says something about Mary. Man, I'm old. That was in 90s. Yeah, something about Mary was pretty funny.
That's when Ben Stiller looked different. I think he got his teeth done, or his nose, or his lips, or something.
Cameron Diaz and Bad Teacher.
With the other girl, or whatever. Those
That
are
one, the other woman.
Yeah,
that one was pretty
the
good.
only 3 movies I know her from. Right off, I couldn't tell you another one.
She was in.
Did she marry Ashton Kutcher? In a Vegas thing?
Maybe that might have been that one of those too. But they're like a spy one or something. No.
Oh yeah, the 3 Ace Angels.
Yeah, the Charlie's Angels. That's the one I was trying to think of. Thanks. The
Boom.
spy one I was trying to. I'm like, she's in a spy one too. What are that show called with ladies? Pickle's like, ding. Oh, so Bill Hader is the guy in Trainwreck. Okay. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that name sounds really familiar, but I couldn't tell you what else he's been in. Raleigh says Forgetting Sarah Marshall is good. Travis agree.
Oh,
very good movie.
love it.
Pickle says
I don't know that guy's name either. I think it's Jason Segel.
Yes.
Bam, nailed it. I like him because of that movie, but I Love You Man takes it to another level for me, man.
I Love You Man. Yeah.
It's so great.
That one's really good. Pico says Bill Hader was also in Superbad as the other cop with Seth Rogen.
Yes.
That's true.
Seth Rogen wrote that movie, so I have to give him credit because he's my least favorite actor. Mm-hmm. But I have to give him credit because that movie is fantastic, and everybody does a great job in that movie.
Illa says he has his moments for sure, just some stuff he not good. Yeah. Raleigh says, she looks amazing at Bad Teacher. Wow. Pico is like Night and Day, Cameron Diaz and Tom Cruise. That's the other spy movie I was trying to think of. I was like, I know there was like a serious one she did with somebody.
Is that one? That's not, was it Vanilla Sky or something too? Or was that
No, Vanilla Sky is a Tom Cruise one, but it's not her. It was like Spy with Melissa McCarthy is funny. Heat too, haha. Yeah, those ones are hilarious. I like her in Bridesmaids too.
Heat. That Melissa McCarthy's on another level.
I actually don't mind her in that
40.
Muppet one.
This is 40, when she's the mom, and she just goes off. And at the end, when they do the deleted scenes, or not deleted, but the ones that didn't get through.
Right?
The shit.
What? They kept it in the movie because of it. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Oh,
anyways,
Jay's
we have Sammy and Jay out there yakking at each other, by the way.
They're fighting. They're going fisticuffs.
About how much they hate each other and love each other and how much they trust each other and now they don't and blah, 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 and, you know, all that stuff. Vindicator says, for all the wrong WWE does, letting Jay stay intense is always right. Raleigh says, spy with Melissa McCarthy as well. Funny. Oh, Mushmouth says, Enzo will return at WrestleMania. Yeah, he coming back to the WWE, huh? Raleigh says, sorry, Ayla, you already said. Ayla's like, she's great. Bloopers. Copycat Raleigh. Get your own funny movies. But Vindicator says, but anyways, enjoy the rest of your green celebration day, everyone. Have a good weekend, too. See you guys on Monday. Peace out. Bye, then. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
There's not a lot of women that aren't attractive that are main lead actresses.
That's true.
Right? And so for her to do it, because she does it. She's a lead actress in movies.
She is.
I mean, sometimes I'll put her with somebody pretty, like, what's her name, off Speed.
Yeah, Sandra Bullock. Yeah.
And stuff,
But in Spy,
rare.
she wasn't.
Nope.
I mean, she kind of had that other lady who was pretty that, she had to, like, do stuff with, but she was still the main character.
The one off Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids is a movie where it's all women, and it works.
That fucking thing is funny. I love that.
I mean, it's a home run. And you can't name me three movies that are all women that hit it out of the park. It's kind of like The Eagle, where it's all men. Yeah. And they hit it out of the park.
Yeah. Just fit really well.
Look behind him.
You're doing it, Archie. You're just shitting in the street.
There it is, guys.
There's Kevin coming back. He came back to help out his brother. Pico says the Happy Time Murders. That's what it is. I've never seen it, but it was watched on a reaction channel. Stupid, corny, totally fucking dumb as fuck, dude. But if she can pull off acting with fucking puppets, holy shit. That show still cracks me up. It really does.
And these weren't Jim Henson puppets.
No, they're creepy fucking puppets. They're like fucking each other and shit. It's
Cum
fucking
shots and...
Oh my god. Naru Cody is in the chat. Says, hey guys, sorry I missed the whole thing tonight. That's okay, Cody. Thanks for coming out and hanging with us, though. Raleigh says, Identity Thief is my fave. Melissa McCarthy film, Jason Bateman, funny. There you go, Ayla. Different films. Sorry again. You know, Raleigh, I'm glad you like that show. I actually hate that one. That's like my least favorite one of her movies.
What is it?
That Identity Thief. I don't really like her in that. I would rather watch Tammy over Identity Thief of her movies.
To me, that one's tough. Both of those.
I know it is, but I'd rather watch Tammy than over Identity Thief. Ayla says she's funny and she's pretty, but not the normal pretty, the aesthetically pleasing, right? Pico's like, African child. Oh, what the fuck? Ayla's like, you should be sorry. I'm so mad Fat Lisa banned Raleigh. Pico says, get him to the Greek is insane funny.
Get him to the Greek. I don't know if I've seen that one. That's the one with Russell Brand. Huh?
That's the one where Russell Brand is the whatchamacallit.
I think I've seen it, but I don't remember any of it.
And I thought one of the Francos was trying to get him. No, somebody else was getting him to the Greek. Oh, it's Jonah Hill, isn't it? He's supposed to get him there.
I can't tell you.
I don't remember. Ayla's like, I forgot about the puppet movie. Pickle's like, ha ha ha, Tammy. It was like petting the fuzzy wall. Right? Raleigh says, I like that film. Oh, looks like it's just me again. Man, that's happening a lot. Ayla's like, Dinner for Schmucks is one of my absolute favorites. You're funny. All right, everybody. Well, the Usos, it was Sammy and Jay were out there and they were talking, and Sammy was basically talking at Jay. And then they fought, and then Jimmy came down, and then Kevin came down to save Sammy because the Uso brothers were beating up Sammy. So Kevin showed his bro colors and came down. There you go. Into the show. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. We'll be back again on Monday for Monday Night Raw. Everybody have a safe night tonight if you're going out drinking with friends or doing anything like that. Everybody be safe and have a good weekend.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.